Strobes are on, flaps are up. And let's do our magneto check. So we are going to go to 1800. And 2 to the right. We've got a small drop. Back to both. Come to back. So you got another drop. Back to both. And idle. And we don't cut off, which is always good. And back to 1,000. Okay. Do you see them on the,
yes.
You do see them?
Yep.
Where?
Right in front of us.
Oh.
I was gonna see if you noticed.
That's funny.
I'm like, yes? I'm like, I wanted to be like, should I be the asshole? I was like, I see them, I'll let you find them. I'm like, nah, let me just let him know. Like, yeah, right in front of us. Yeah, he started at the far end, so I think he's exiting now, but we'll wait for his.
Okay.
Turn knows that he's clear.
I wonder if that's the same C-17 that's been here for a while.
My understanding was it got something broke or it got stuck here, like, I think sometime this week.
Oh, okay.
Now, there was another one that got stuck here some months ago. That one I remember.
Well, I know there was one that came and it landed, and then they were loading it. They landed one week, and then the next week I came back.
Redstone traffic, alert vehicles exchange Echo, taxiway. Runway section is complete and we'll remain off.
Okay. Redstone traffic, Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot is taking 35 for departure to the north, Redstone.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that whole thing goes. Don't see anybody in the pattern.
Nope, don't see anybody, haven't heard anybody.
And let's use all of this runway. Okay, I have 35 in front of me. I have 35 here. I have 35 there. I have 35 there. So let's go ahead and go. Put these down there. And heels to the floor. Slowly advance the throttle. Center line. Airspeed in the line. Instruments are in the green. We're looking for 55. 55, we want to. Hey, how am I doing at 75?
another ILS.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what IJC is. Or IJJC.
They're coming up on 3,500. We'll push the nose to level. And let's bring the power back to 2,200.
Which one are you using for 45?
I'm sorry.
Which altimeter?
Oh, I didn't set that one to.
Yeah, plus that's, remember that's the standby.
Yeah.
So
Alright, let's get back down.
is there something else you can knock out?
Do our. Let's see, take those off. That. Let's see. Hold on, let me do this. Alright, back to 2,200. Okay, so we've got our cruise set, elevator and rudder trim. We need some nose up trim there.
You always want your strobe even though it's the day. I like to leave it on.
Okay.
If I turn anything, it'll be the landing taxi lights.
Okay, need to turn those on.
Yeah. Because strobe is meant to be seen.
Okay.
Not as usual during the day, but yeah, make sure you knock out your climb and cruise checklists, right?
Okay. I thought I did the climb check.
Well, you did it by saying it, but you're not looking at the actual people.
Okay.
Max is very big on actually pulling out that checklist.
Okay.
And then you can make sure we're getting back to 3,500.
Alright, let's get back down there. Alright, now we'll bring it back to 22. Little more right rudder here. Okay, I think that's trimmed as good as I can get it right now.
Okay. Are you sure?
Am I sure if I'm trimmed?
Yeah.
I'm never sure if I'm trimmed.
Okay. What's your altitude?
Now we've gone up.
And you can fly heading of 360.
Okay, 360.
Yep.
Okay, now let's get back to 2,200. Oh, he's at the.
now?
The plane is wanting to drift to the left.
Okay. How about in terms of pitch?
In terms of pitch, no, it's going up slightly.
So give it a little bit more nose down. Because you saw how that altimeter started creeping up,
Yeah.
right?
But it's almost neutral on the yoke though. That's what I was going by for the trim.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, you set whatever pitch you want, and then relieve the pressure, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're ready, you can initiate a power on stall.
A power on stall.
Yeah. Power on.
So for power on stall.
And do it at your own pace.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to get down the slow flight clean, and then we are going to descend down about 100 feet. We'll advance the power to full and hold the nose on the horizon until the stall.
Do we have to descend down 100 feet?
I thought that's what you said before.
For the power on, what condition of flight is that mimicking?
Takeoff.
So does descending 100 feet make sense?
What? Okay.
The power off mimics landing. That's why we do the 100 feet descent.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay, so then we're gonna
maintain.
We'll slow flight in the clean configuration till we slow down to rotate speed. Then at rotate speed, we're gonna add full power.
Yep.
Okay.
And then before get us back down to 3,500.
Okay.
Have to be, you know, the aircraft is always going to have, similar to a car, will always have a tendency to drift.
Yeah.
So you just got to keep adjusting that. The trim won't take it all out. But don't let yourself, because remember, if you bust 100 feet, you technically fail. So if you start seeing it trending up, you got to put it back down.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't need to initiate a descent because it doesn't make sense for a takeoff, right? So we just shoot to maintain level. On the power off, what we are mimicking coming into land, now it makes sense to mimic that.
Okay.
Okay, when you're ready.
Alright. So we're gonna do our clearing turns.
Okay.
And I'll put all my lights on just to make sure. We're gonna clear to the left first.
Okay.
Nothing there. Can you check to the right for me?
Okay, I'm checking.
I don't see anything to the left.
I don't see anything too much to the right.
We'll turn back to the north.
Okay.
Don't see anything under this wing.
Don't see anything.
And we'll just keep turning till we're northbound again. Okay, there we are northbound, and that's not picking up anything. Okay. So first we are going to slow flight in the clean configuration. So we'll come back to 1600. We'll keep the nose up. And we'll hold this until we get down to 55. And there's our rotate speed. And there's our stall warning.
Engaging autopilot.
Hold that red button.
Okay, I think we're just hanging on the prop now.
Keep pitching the nose up. Keep holding that red button.
Oh, keep holding the right button.
Yeah, keep holding. Just keep it right there.
There you go. Oh, what is that?
That was start. You didn't. I'll show you. Let me get this back. So I think that's what Bubba was talking about. What's happening there is you're not holding enough of that rudder in, and you're not trying to keep that nose, the wings level, and you're not looking at your situation, and you're letting that wing dip too much. You want me to demonstrate?
Please do.
Okay.
You have the controls.
I have controls. The biggest thing is when you added that power, did you feel that sudden like drift to the left?
Yes.
What's that?
That's the left turning tendency.
Yep. You don't want to feel that as soon as you add power. Remember, think about power as being linked to your feet, right?
Okay.
As soon as you power up, you're adding that right rudder instinctually. But okay, I'm going to ask you to do one thing for me. Just hold that red button, because that's the autopilot kicking in. So just hold that as we go through this, okay?
Okay.
I'll call it 4,000 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to bring you back down. And what you're going to see is, I'm just going to bring that nose to the horizon, which you were doing, right? So you did the setup properly.
Okay.
So just let the plane naturally slow, and you're going to feel on the rudder how I'm kind of dancing on it. That's just so that I can keep my heading where I want it. Those 55, full power. See how you didn't feel that big sweep?
Okay.
And then I'm just going to keep that nose coming up. And then, do you feel like I'm almost dancing on that rudder?
I don't have my feet on the rudder pedals right now.
But you can look down at my feet. Can you see? Oh yeah, that's kind of weird. Wait a minute.
You're not gonna make me think I'm crazy.
Yeah, hang on. Let me reset that for that. Because for all I know, well, so the biggest thing is you're trying to do the right thing, right, and keep the wings level, right?
Yes.
There's something with, now for the 152s, it's expected that the wings kind of drop. But I haven't experienced, at least in my memory, and granted it's been a while since I've done this, it doesn't recall to me I'm going to do it to the east, so that I'm heading to Huntsville.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that one more time. I'm just going to feel it out for myself, okay?
Okay. Do you need me to?
Yeah, just hold that button again. Okay,
Tell me when you're ready.
Yep, I'm ready. Because what I'm trying to sense is all I know is an aircraft controllability thing.
Okay. Here's the stall warning.
Okay, no, this is doing this right. Okay. This has been a while since I flew.
Okay.
So, basically, you kind of feel that nose start to drop.
Yeah.
That's the stall. Just lower the nose and then just keep. You kind of see how I'm making these like small like bumps?
Yes.
That's what's keeping me going the direction that I want and then keeping the wings level.
Okay. So you're.
You gotta dance on the pedals.
Okay.
It's not a stiffen up and hold it. It's a, you're feeling, really what I'm doing is, I'm bringing that nose just above the horizon, but I'm also using my peripheral vision to tell me if I'm siding like this,
okay.
right? If I'm doing any yawing. I'm going to get us back down to around 3,500.
Okay.
But yeah, okay, so that was just me not doing this for a while. You get rusty real quick on this stuff.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Yeah. But does that make sense though?
Yeah.
So, and really what I'm doing is, I'm just trying to stay, if I'm checking here, I'm trying to stay around 20 to 25 on this.
Okay, on the pitch.
If I go too high, it's a little bit too much then and I can't see well. But around 20 to 25, I tend to find that sweet spot. And all you gotta do once you reach that, is just let that speed lead off itself. So just keep that nose, you're gonna feel that buffeting, and then you just gotta keep those small like nudges to keep it level,
Okay.
And then eventually, you'll feel the drop. And remember, it's a power on. We have full engine power. We're not going to do like a power off where it's like a brake.
Okay.
That sudden drop, that is the stall.
Okay.
Because what happens as soon as we lower that angle of attack?
The wings start to fly again.
Exactly. So that's why we don't get a pronounced stall necessarily, similar like in the power off.
Okay.
So I'll get to 22 is where we had it. Yeah. Okay. When you're ready, you can have control.
Okay, I have the control.
You have control?
I have the controls.
Okay, so let's do the power on again when you're ready.
Okay, power on. So we're going to bring the power back to 16. We've got 06 as our cardinal heading.
And hold that red button again.
No.
Yeah, always just for any of these aircraft, just hold that red. Stops the autopilot from kicking on.
Okay.
Which is a good safety feature, but for training it's hard.
Okay, 55, and we are going to add full power.
Okay, much better at keeping that yawing as you added that power. So just keep pitching that nose up. Shooting, let's just keep it around 20. And then make sure you're kind of scanning your peripheral, because you see how we can see that slight movement?
Yeah.
So that's why you're just trying to keep that frame the same. Yep, and just make sure you're still looking outside, and you're gonna feel that speed kind of slowly coming.
Yes.
So that's okay. It's okay if we keep climbing. So just keep it, and you feel that yaw. Feel that how you're doing a little bit too much yaw. There you go. But keep those wings level. Keep that nose up. Keep that nose up right about there. There you go.
Alright. Is that what you meant?
When you feel that snap. The snap twist to the left could have added a little bit more right rudder. That will help you keep that nose level.
Okay.
Or that will help you stop that dip. It's just dancing on those pedals. Okay. Let's turn to 180.
Okay, 180.
We'll do one more of those. Okay.
Okay.
But make sure you're keeping those wings level and not letting that dip happen. The dip is usually happening because you're not staying coordinated with the plane.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the easiest way is, you could use your tone coordinator, but I just use the feel of the plane. Like, we shouldn't be going sideways like this.
Okay.
Roger, good morning, Delta 2754,
When you're ready.
runway heading 2000, climbing 5000. Delta 2754,
Power back to
Jackson.
Power back to 16.
And hold the red
turn
button.
direct Jack, someone climb, maintain 10, 10,000, Delta 2754.
Power on, stall.
Oh. Sorry.
Just keep that nose up. Right about, yeah. When you feel those slight movements, right? Just try to make sure they're not doing that. Go a little bit more on the right side. Keep those wings a little bit more level. Keep it a little bit more. Keep that nose up. Keep that nose up. Nose to brake.
There's
Lower the nose. Right rudder. There you go. If you had a little bit more right rudder when that brake started, you would have kept it. But you see how you kept those wings a lot more level?
Yes.
That's good right there. Okay. We can level off here. And obviously we're also being pushed by the wind pretty good, so that's not really helping too much, especially at 17 knots at this altitude.
Yes.
But does that make sense though?
Yes.
It's just dancing on those pedals. So remember, it's not a fix like hold it. You have to dance on it. And really it's just, you don't want that yawing sideways motion.
Okay.
Does that make sense now?
Yes.
So probably what we did the first set, you and me both, that's probably what happened with Bubba, is you just weren't dancing enough on the rudder.
Okay.
And because that last one that we did, you kept it very level as you lower that nose, right? So we can send down, and we'll go to Huntsville Executive for some touch and goes.
Okay. Huntsville Executive. exec is 123120.
And then before you can list, I got the weather in, and then we can talk on the on-com too, but make sure you let Huntsville approach know once we have the weather.
Yeah.
Clear. Below 1,2,000. Temperature 9er. Celsius dew point 5. Altimeter 3030.
Notice to airman. Taxiway closed at Delta North. Caution, back taxi may be required. Men and equipment all quadrants of the airport.
Huntsville Executive Airport. Automatic weather observation. 1347 Zulu. Weather. Wind 350 at 5. Visibility 10. Clear. Below 12.
So, wind is 3.5, so we're going to take 3.6 to land on. We're going to do a left pattern, so we're going to cross midfield.
Is runway 36 left pattern?
Oh, right pattern. Right
Okay.
pattern. We're going to cross. Yeah, we're going to cross midfield, maneuver around into the left pattern, then do our landing.
Right pattern. Okay.
Right pattern. I thought I just said okay.
No, you
Yes.
said left pattern.
Okay.
Okay. And then you can let Huntsville approach now.
Huntsville approach Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot. We're going to head over to Huntsville exec to do some touch and goes.
Delta 2754, contact Memphis Center 120.8. Good morning.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I missed for Delta 2754. 120.8. Delta 2754, good day. Okay, now Foxtrot proceed as requested. Are you going to be there a while or coming back up to me?
we're going to come back up to you. 9-1 Foxtrot.
Foxtrot, roger. Keep the same code, change the buzzers, approved, call me back up.
Roger that, keep the same code, and we'll switch over 9-7 Foxtrot. 9-1 Foxtrot. Okay, so they are
1230.
1230. Huntsville exec, Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot. We're about 5 miles west of the field. We'll be crossing midfield for some touch and goes. Huntsville exec. And I'm looking for the runway. I think that's the runway there, correct?
You're the pilot, you can get me there.
Okay. Well, I know I got to turn this direction, so let's turn that direction. Okay. Should be off our nose now.
Oh, you want the heat? Okay.
Yeah. I just,
Cabin heat is on.
and my fingers are starting to get numb. Okay, so we should be over, what is this, Harvest?
Hazel green.
Hazel Green, yes. And I don't see that field in front of me either. What are these Saturdays when I have? You know, I found out that there's a Beechcraft Museum up at Tullahoma.
Yeah.
One of these Saturdays when I have off, I think I'm going to drive up there and go visit.
Did you see Huntsville executive?
Huntsville Exec Traffic Citation 5 Whiskey Hotel, departing the pattern to the northeast at Huntsville Exec.
I do not.
Is there something you can use to help you get there?
I'm looking at the, okay, I'm looking at the, at my, nav aid here.
Hello, my traffic, Bonanza 7 Star Golf is on RNAV GPS approach for runway 06. Hello.
And I heard somebody sit there departing the pattern at executive.
Yep.
But I don't see them on.
They'll do. There's that hill climb right there.
Okay, I see it now, yeah. And I don't see him in the sky though. And I think I see the runway.
Okay.
Here.
So position me then to go midfield over the top.
Okay.
And is there something else that we should be doing?
No, I don't know. What should we be doing?
Okay. Do what you need to do to land then.
Okay. Well, don't leave me hanging.
No, you're the pilot in command. You gotta start making these own decisions for yourself.
Okay.
But just runway 36, touch and go.
Huntsville Executive, Skyhawk 991 Foxtrot. We're about 3 miles west of the field. We'll be crossing midfield. It looks like about 3,900 feet. We'll maneuver for touch and goes on 36. Huntsville Exec.
Yeah, you say you're ready for a check ride soon, so you gotta be able to do it yourself.
But yeah, but when you, I think I'm good to go, but you're,
Okay.
when you ask me an open-ended question like that, now I'm thinking, what did I miss? And I don't think I missed anything.
University of Oxford, FBO, Pilatus, 715, Alpha Foxtrot. Good morning, 715, Alpha Foxtrot, approximately 15 minutes out, coming in empty, no services, we're taking 3 passengers out at 9 o'clock.
Okay, so I'm going to stay at this altitude since I said 4,000, and we'll just cross midfield at 4,000. We'll head out to those.
Hello, my traffic, Bonanza 7 Star Golf is on a 10-mile final. RNAV GPS approach for 06 full stop, Tullahoma.
We'll head out to those, to that first ridge there. Then we'll maneuver back for the right pattern for 36.
Okay.
Definitely. We are going to be crossing about midfield.
Executive Unicom 11 Juliet, ready to check. Executive Unicom 11 Juliet, radio check.
You can say
I hear you loud and clear. It's 91 Foxtrot.
Thanks.
Huntsville Exec, Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot is crossing midfield at 4,000 feet. We'll be maneuvering to the east for touch and go on 36, Huntsville Executive.
Most traffic pattern
Yeah,
here?
Huntsville Executive Traffic Conquest 1 Juliet is taxiing to 36 for departure. Departure will be to the north. Huntsville Executive.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
What's the traffic pattern altitude here?
Traffic pattern altitude is going to be 2,000 feet? No, 1,700, 1,800 feet.
Okay.
Bump that off now for a second. And we'll start a descent here.
And Huntsville Executive Traffic Conquest 11 Juliet is departing runway 36, departure to the north. Huntsville Exec.
Midfield over the field like what we just did, right?
Yeah.
What's the minimum altitude we have to be at?
500 feet above pattern altitude.
Okay. So what I was hinting at earlier was to start the descent to
Okay.
that altitude. The reason is because we got 4,000 above, right?
Yes.
Traffic pattern is 1,800. Flying above it, then that means we have to be at 23, right?
Yeah.
That means there's 1,700 feet. You have two options if you need to descend. Either you have to extend out like what we're probably going to do here, or you have to do a fast descent.
Okay.
Both cases take you further away from the airport. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Or you're pushing the aircraft down faster. So I always prefer to fly close to that limit of 2,300 in this case, because then it makes sure that I'm close to the airport but don't have a lot of extra altitude.
Okay.
And the main reason is because out here, once you get about 2 miles out, anything can be going on out here, and they won't be wrong. If you keep it at about 2,500 feet above, once you get 2 miles out from the center line, and you do the standard rate turn to the tail drop,
Yes.
you basically enter on a perfect 45 for that. So you're doing all that while still having sufficient altitude, but still being close to the airfield. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Because you can see like right now how far we've kind of had to extend out, right?
Yes.
Right now somebody could be maneuvering here because they're not really abided by, right? So just something to consider. You don't need to stay high up, right over the airfield. You can get down, you just have that minimum. Because the other risk is if you time it wrong, what you're going to end up having to do is you're going to be high, so you're going to have to drive her down faster, right? You're going to be high and close. That's why I was hinting at earlier.
Okay.
We'll make this one a soft field landing for.
Soft field landing, okay.
Make sure you're still making your radio calls.
Huntsville Exec Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot is entering the right downwind for 36. This will be a touch and go. Huntsville Exec. We'll get the power back in there.
this?
I'm sorry?
What heading are we going to be flying for this downwind?
18.
Magnetic or...
Magnetic, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we repeat the numbers. Power's going to come back to 16. We'll wait till we get down to about 85. We'll put that first notch of flaps in. Okay, first notch of flaps are in. Push that nose down. We're going to pitch for 85. Okay, we're at the 45. Turn. Huntsville Exec, Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot is right base 436, touch and go redstone. Huntsville Exec. And we'll pitch for 75. And we'll add our second notch of flaps. Bump a little bit of power in here.
How are you looking?
I think we're looking okay. I think we're just a tad bit close. Huntsville Exec, Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot is turning final 436, touch and go over Huntsville Exec. Okay, we're on glide slope. We're just off axis. I'll let that wind push me over just a tad. Now we're on axis, and we're on glide slope. We'll add our last notch of flaps here. The runway is made. We're just going to come back to idle. You said soft field, correct?
Yep.
Alright. We'll bump a little bit of power in. That was no bueno. Alright, so full power. We're looking for 55. Rotate. Goodness.
What do you think happened, Dale?
I think I may have had too much crosswind correction in.
Where was the crosswind coming from?
Crosswind was coming from the right.
Okay.
So I had my right wing down and I had the left rudder in. And then it was like it changed as I got closer to the runway.
Yep, so that's actually something that's happening in today is you have a lot, mostly from the right, but because of the trees it's swallowing you. Just got dense on it. Don't stiffen up.
Okay. So what are we doing now?
We'll do a short field landing.
Okay. Huntsville Executive, Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot is right crosswind for 36, touch and go. Huntsville Exec.
What altitude are we climbing up to?
1800.
Yep. So you're about 300 feet behind then. Should 1500 is when you start your cross.
Yeah.
So just remember, be more proactive in seeing and doing those, right? Because you need to be able to do a proper pattern. And then the other thing is when I was asking about the magnetic heading.
Yes.
What's the wind doing right now?
Right now the wind is, we got a headwind.
Okay.
Not headwind.
Where is it coming from and how strong?
It's coming from the east. Yeah, at 21 knots.
Yeah. So on downwind, is it a crosswind?
The crosswind on the downwind, yes.
So does that mean that we have to fly? Do we need to fly a full 180?
No,
on the magnetic?
no, we have to.
There you go. You have to do an offset.
Yes.
That's what I was hinting at.
Okay.
The reason you didn't really notice it on that one was because we will further away from the airport than we would have wanted, and it pushed you into the airfield. But if we were in the proper distance, which we should always be striving for, if we're not accounting for that, we're going to get pushed towards the airport, right? Does that make sense?
Yes. Huntsville exact Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot is right downwind for 36. Huntsville exact.
Like right now, you see how the runway is running up that wing?
Yep.
So, and then the other thing is your altitude, so.
What was that? You feel that?
Yeah, I feel probably just a gust of wind.
Okay.
So always be mindful where that wind is coming from.
Okay. Gas is on both. Undercarriage is down. Mixture is full rich. Props spinning. Seatbelts are set. Pre-landing checklist is complete.
Okay.
Lights are on. Rear beam the numbers. Power's going to come back to 15. We're below 85. We're going to add that first notch of flaps. And push that nose down. Pitch for 85.
Short field was, what do you want your touchdown point to be?
We're going to make it the 1,000 footers.
1,000 footers, okay.
So we're Huntsville exact carrier Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot is right base 436, touch and go, Huntsville exact.
So in this, you gotta be prepared because it's going directly from the east, which means what's going to happen with our base is it going to increase the base time or shorten the base time?
It's going to shorten the base time.
Yep. But then the other thing that you also notice is it kind of shifts at this lower altitude to 040, which means you also have to crab into the wind a little bit more. So that's the dynamics that you should be always tracking, right?
Yes.
Because you don't want to start drifting away, because if you drift away,
500.
your aiming point is going to be off. Or will you actually touch down?
Huntsville Executive Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot is final 436, Huntsville Executive.
Speed and power control, speed and power.
Okay, so we should be, for a soft field,
Short field.
short field. So we're looking at 61 for this, if I remember correctly.
It's 62, but yeah. But key thing is to hit those 1,000 footers.
Okay, now we're below glide path.
And then dance on those controls, dance on those pedals. That movement is going to help stabilize you if you're doing it right. So don't just stiffen up. Okay, that full swing correction.
Well, I got it within limits.
Yeah. make our way back to Redstone.
Okay.
So you can climb up to 18, turn out to the west, and then get in contact with Huntsville Approach.
Gotcha.
For that one, you see how, you know, and obviously it's a little bit stronger wind day, especially down the runway. Because right now, I don't know if you noticed, but the windsock is shifting from a left and right crosswind.
Executive, QH 9407, stop at taxi to runway 36. Huntsville Executive.
Have to get a little bit more rudder to keep the longitudinal axis straight on the runway. Because do you feel how like we landed, like it felt like we were being thrown to the side? That means you needed more rudder control. A little bit more rudder, does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think you were within the margin of it. Just remember...
Hold on a second. Huntsville Executive, Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot is turning right crosswind, left crosswind for 36 will be departing the pattern to the east, to the west. Huntsville Executive.
Just remember, it's always good to talk about what you're doing. So one, to help check. The other thing is, you came in a little bit slow, right? Like you were probably around 59, 60. Once we were over the runway numbers, you want to be around 62. What that caused though is you came in a little bit lower, so you
we were low. Yeah.
you punched that power in, and you saw how that immediately ballooned you up.
Yes.
So just something for food for thought. Because you were a little bit slow, you came in a little bit lower, punched it, and then just a little bit, and that's how fine these movements are. Just too much will throw you off, right? So just food for thought. That's why it's very good. If you hold that 65, slowing down to 62 over the numbers, you shouldn't need to add that much power to change.
Okay.
But of course, everything's changed. It's always it's a harder thing to hit that point dead on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're able, you can contact us for approach.
Okay, we'll get up to about 3,000 feet.
Okay. And you felt how like when we land, when we take off, there's like that drop of the wing, or like is that we're doing like this? Do you feel that roll?
No, I don't recall.
Okay. Remember, whenever you're landing, even with a slight crosswind, it's always good habit to put the aileron into the wind as best as you can, and then take it out. And then whenever you feel that, as soon as you take off, add that rudder and just let that plane weather vane into the wind naturally.
Huntsville approach, Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot. We're back with you off of Huntsville Executive at 3,000 feet.
Sky 979 Foxtrot, Huntsville approach, identify intention.
Huntsville approach, we're going to be headed back to Redstone, 991 Foxtrot.
Sky 9 Foxtrot, radar contact 2 miles west of Huntsville Executive Airport, maintain VFR to Redstone.
VFR to Redstone, 91 Foxtrot.
We hit a
Huntsville approach, Blue Radar 58
we hit a fat
we'd like
bug.
to request the ILS 36 right as possible.
Oh, they just happened?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, we'll expect the ILS 36 right, Blue Radar 58.
Where are we here?
Hit your back.
Archer Scout 5371, runway heading 4,300, 5,000.
Scout 5371, Huntsville departure radar contact, I'm maintain 10,10,000, clear direct 4 still.
Roger, 10,000, 4 still, Scout 5371.
There's the rocket, okay. Executive, 91 Foxtrot has Redstone in sight.
You say Huntsville Executive.
Foxtrot radar service terminated, squawk VFR, change advisory approved.
VFR frequency change approved. Thanks for your help, 91 Foxtrot.
Yeah.
And we're going to go back to 126.25.
Scout 5371, contact message center 125.85. Have a good
Oh, wait a
day.
second.
85, code 5271, how's it going?
Redstone traffic, Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot is about 5 miles north of the field. Will be full stop for 35 Redstone.
Are we 5 miles?
Okay, 10 miles.
Yep. If you're looking here on your map, this outer ring is 10.
Okay.
So, use your resources to make sure you give an accurate, because somebody may treat 5 miles different compared to 10.
Gotcha. Oh, now it's really stiff now. Alright, so let's bring that power back. And do a nice 500 foot per minute descent.
What runway are we going to be using?
I'm sorry?
What runway do you intend to use?
35.
Okay.
Now, it's back. No. Okay, how do I remove all that clutter off of there?
That's how you do it.
Oh, okay.
Shows you detailed. And whenever you do that, hit back. And that will reset it to what it is on the to your aircraft. Give me another soft field landing. Soft.
Okay. Redstone traffic, Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot's about 3 miles north of the field. We'll be entering the downwind for 35 Redstone. It's about the total golf in that. But there is about 3 miles from the, about 3 miles correct.
Okay.
Okay. Pattern altitude is where it's funky. So is it like, because we're getting that that turbulence, is it like there's like some shear, or the wind is just turning at different altitudes?
Partially that, or wind at one altitude is just different. So then if you have like a strong flow hill and a strong flow hill, obviously that middle part is kind of going to be a lot of turbulence because you have conflicting. Now, the reason it's conflicting is really because the wind is moving over the surface of the earth, which is shifting. That's what we call wind, the friction effect, right? So, and then obviously you have Earth's rotation. So yeah, it's just the wind being weird. Just do what you need to do to keep those wings level.
Redstone traffic, Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot is right downwind for 35 Redstone. And mixed gas is on both. Undercarriage is down. Mixture is full rich. Seatbelts are seatbelting. Prop is full forward. Before landing checklist is complete. Landing and taxi lights are on.
Yep,
okay. Soft field. Okay, we're beating the numbers. Power's going to come back to 16. Below 85. That first notch of flaps is going to come in. Pitch for 85. Sorry.
Good.
Redstone traffic, Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot is right base for 35 Redstone. Pitch for 75. We're a little close. Redstone traffic, Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot is turning final for 35, full stop Redstone. Now we're on glide path.
Get that crosswind in.
Okay, runway is made.
There you go. Do the crosswind touchdown part right, but just roll those ailerons into the wind. That's how you stop that force that's pushing you to the side.
Okay. Redstone traffic, Skyhawk 9791 Foxtrot's back taxiing to Alpha via 17 Redstone.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the crosswind much better, but as soon as you touch, As soon as you feel the other wheel get down, start that roll of the ailerons into the wind, and that's how you stop that skid that's pushing you to the left.
Okay.